Right. Good morning, guys.
What's up, boy? Pagod ka?
Utang inang laro yan.
Alam ko na, guys. Actually, usually nagte-text kami ni Javi ng gabi ko anong pag-uusapan namin the next day. Pero nung nakita ko, nanonood ako nung nag-double overtime, sabi ko, bukas na ito makaka-count. Tapos mga 9:30, hindi pa rin sila nagte-text. 9:30 ng umaga kanina. 10 kami usually nagre-record, guys. So mga 9:30, hindi pa rin sila nag-text. Sabi ko, wala. Ano to? Pagod
Usually kasi mga 9:15 gising na ako niyan. Kahit na late na kami natapos.
Pagod.
Pero bro, pagbalik ko ng hotel kagabi, wala pa rin diretso higa ako. Putang ina, sabi ko, putang inang na araw to.
Pero the game before that, ano din?
Bro, it was also close.
Nakakapagod nga pag close game, actually. Pero double overtime kasi yung San Juan.
Yeah.
We can talk that.
Pero
let's talk about
pero
that.
Yeah. So the Davao Occidental Tigers won in double overtime yesterday.
Maling.
115. Tama ba ako? 115 to 110 against the San Juan Knights. Wow, what a game that was.
Yan ang sinasabi kong veterano.
Sorry, 120 to 115 pala.
Yan ang sinasabi kong veterano, bro.
Oh.
Veterano yung Davao, bro.
Grabe pare. But overall talaga, it was a great game. It was sobrang solid na silang dalawa yung naglaro ng ganitong game because there's so much history between these two teams. They last played against each other before this game. Doon rin sa same venue na yun. MPBL Finals.
Yeah,
so, and
it's different team technically.
Actually both were
different. Wala si Mikee.
Both different, yeah.
Wala si Ayon. Si Wilson nandito na. Diba? So, pero ano talaga, no? Iba yung, may rivalry talaga.
Mayroon talaga, bro. Tsaka nanonood si Senator Jinggoy kahapon.
Senator nga.
So talagang matindi.
Tsaka ramdam mo yung atmosphere.
Oh, bro, sobra. Alam mo kahapon, feeling walang tao except us and the participants in the bubble. Pero bro, feel mo finals yung atmosphere bro. Pag may magfe-free throw, tumatambol dun sa
may tumatambol ba?
Sa galon nung
sa galon. Kumbaga may gumagawa na sila ng sarili nila.
Pare, gulo-gulo. Tsaka grabe rin yung physicality kahapon.
Pero
despite the tight calls daming
tsaka parehong teams yan parehong physical
Bro,
although it's different because I don't know, when you look at this San Juan team, it's totally different. I mean, ang natira lang talaga si Orlan Wamar tsaka si Clarito tsaka si Larry.
Yes.
And a couple more, saying sila lang. Pero like from that core last time,
sila yung mga
John Wilson,
key players.
Mike Ayon, yun yung key players na natira, diba? Si Abundo din kasi, galing ngayon
Oh, bro, diba? Grabe rin, step up rin talaga.
Let's talk about San Juan first.
Yeah,
pero sobrang underrated yung sinasabi ko na sa inyo, guys. MPBL pa lang ako, napapansin ko na siya. Kasi he was overshadowed by Isit, point guard din nila yun. Yung Isit, CJ Isit, si Heruta ba? Hindi ko alam. Basta may isa pa silang point guard dati. Si Orlan Wamar, underrated.
Magaling. Bro, that guy is balling in this season, bro.
Ilan sa hapon? 31?
31. He tied the...
So, muntik pa yan talunin.
Oh, muntik pa.
And bro, he hit 31. First overtime ata.
Oo.
Yung yung gano'n niya.
Oo. So, akala namin...
Akala niya tatalon.
Nalalampasan niya na si Kabahog.
31.
And grabe pare, you wouldn't expect it at the start of the game because he was struggling. He was like 1 out of 8 to start the game.
Really?
And then he had most of his points sa free throw line. So, grabe, hindi mo isipin na...
Grind out.
Oo, hindi mo isipin na abot ng 31. Grabe.
Di tsaka yung mga shots niya, parang simple lang. Pull up, 3 points, so very easy scoring. And Orlan Wamar, he's proven himself, like, at least sa akin, when I saw him first sa San Juan, nung MPBL pa. He was, I think, the second or third point guard pa at the time. Ngayon, pare, 2 guards sila ni Abundo. Talagang ginawa na siya. Dos ni Coach Randy. Sumut ka dyan. Diba? Abundo is also solid. Alam naman natin, Abundo, matagal na yan. yung Nokum, pare. Magaling yung
bro,
Nokum. Sino yun?
You know, that kid will have a bright future in Philippine basketball. Grabe, mapuwa yun, bro. Bata rin ni Coach Randy yun.
Pero bago
lang ata.
Wala yun nung uli.
Bro, pero grabe. I am just amazed.
I don't remember a Nokum when I covered NCAA.
Yeah, I think
yung Hernandez kilala ko eh.
Oh, si Paolo.
Hernandez, yung mga yan, kilala ko pa yan eh.
But bro, Adrian Nokum, bro. One of the galing Tondo, bro.
Tsaka mukha pang bata eh. So feeling ko nga talaga bago lang sa college.
Pero pare, pag makita mo maglaro, parang walang kaabag-abag. Parang sobrang veterano.
Yung tumatalon?
Oo, pare. Yung sobrang taas tumalon.
Galing nga.
Yung nagkakape pa sa air, mga 3 seconds.
Brother, I have a question. But si Renz parang struggling. Hindi pa niya nakukuha yung semi-pro game.
I'm not sure if he's really just whipping himself back into shape. Okay. Kaya inuunti-unti ni Coach Randy. But actually yesterday, maaga siya pinasok. But he was just he was able to get an attempt and he was able to get like 4 free throw attempts, made like 2 of those. Tapos linabas siya agad. At saka na makita mo yung katawan niya, bro. Parang sobrang pumayat. Nawala yung muscle.
Nawala yung dati. Baka nga nagpapakondisyon pa.
Baka nga nagpapakondisyon.
Kasi nasabayan siya ni Robbie Celis sa isang jumper.
So that's one thing that I want to ask the coaching staff of San Juan kung ano yung status ni Renz. Pero kasi the last time they were telling us nga nagpapakondisyon pa. So
pero pare,
gradually ata.
Sabi ko nga pare, nasabayan siya ni Robbie dun sa isang jump shot eh. Celis, pare, talagang supalpal ni Robbie Celis. Sabi ko, nabutan ni Robbie Celis. Pare, Robbie Celis, Bro. 26?
27,
14.
Let me pull up stats.
26
points, 14 rebounds,
8 assists.
9. And 3 blocks.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, Robbie Celis is a beast, bro.
He is, bro. And grabe, he is such a matchup nightmare because he's a 4.
He's a 4
with the skill set.
Exactly.
With the skill set of a guard.
Yeah. He's too big to be a 3 and he's too skillful and too quick to be a 4. So you don't really know anong ilalagay mo sa kanya. Because if you put a traditional 3 on Robbie, pare mas malaki si Robbie. Pupost yan ni Robbie yan. Pag naglagay ka naman ng traditional 4, iiwanan naman niya.
Mas mabilis. Favorite ni Robbie yun eh. Especially towards the end game, mga close games. Favorite nila yan. They'll go to Robbie. He'll ask for the ball sa may pinch post. Tapos galing, ISO na yun, bro. Galing. Tsaka ang dami ring situations kahapon. Kaya kung saan hirap yung San Juan. Pag pick and roll, pag si John yung humihingi ng pick, so it's gonna be hard for the defense because if you blitz John, tapos libre si Robbie sa roll, pare, sure ball yun eh.
It was a veteran win, yes. Experience.
It was. Grabe, pare, grind out talaga.
Grind out. Si Dagangon with 3, si Terzo with couple of 3, si Alday had a crucial floater. Wilson is a great defender.
Yeah, dude.
Yesterday, parang hindi siya masyado on offense, pero yung depensa niya sobrang solid.
Well, actually, he did have a pretty good offensive game. He had 21 points before he fouled
21 out. Ba?
He was actually...
sa overtime, tsaka sa 2 overtimes, hindi na masyado eh.
Hindi kasi nag-foul out na siya.
Okay. Hindi ko napansin. 21 pala siya, guys.
21.
Pero yung depensa niya napansin ko. Depensa niya.
Bro. And many people forget that when John Wilson was in the PBA, aside from making all-rookie team, he was all-defensive team also that year.
So, two-way player si John. Because he's known for his offense, obviously, kasi talagang magaling. But yeah, two-way player. Medyo na-overshadow ng offense yung defense niya, which is a good thing. It just means that you're really a great offensive player to overshadow kung ganun ka rin kagaling dumepensa. So, it was I think it's easily the best game so far in the Phil
Basket. First double OT game in Phil Basket history. Highest scoring output by any team. Grabe.
Tsaka history yun. Davao San Juan.
Tsaka Daming nanood kahapon. 4.4.
Oh, umabot nga. Umabot ng 4.4K. It was late at night also.
We're very happy.
So sakto, it was late at night. Ganda. I was watching it and tuwan-tuwa din ako because nagugulo nga yung game ko kasi nag-3 points si Terzo, si Dagangon, nag-3 points. Si Wamar, nag-lay up for the lead, di ba? So, it was fun all throughout. But
ang ganda if you're a basketball fan, talagang sobrang mag-e-enjoy ka. Totoo. Kasi it had all the elements talaga of a great game. May trash talkan, physikalan.
Tsaka may mga foul out. Yeah,
may mga foul out. And there were a lot of controversial calls actually. Yeah. That's why emotions were really running high because meron one occasion John Wilson was asking for it in the post as he drew Orlan Wamar as his defender. Tapos bumagsak si John and he was holding on to his midsection. Then when we saw the instant replay pare, kitang-kita pare yung close fist.
Nino? Wamar?
Kitang-kita pare. Pero
di natawag.
Ang kinola siguro most of the time that would merit an ejection.
Yeah.
Kasi close fist bro eh.
Tsaka bro ibig sabihin may tension yung John Wilson sa team. Bro teammate yun eh.
Kaya nga eh.
May tension.
Sobrang nagulat ako. So after that, sinapak niya, bagsak si John. Nung nasa floor na si John, sinipa niya si Orlan.
Sinipa ni John si Orlan.
Oh. So ang naging tawag nun was unspo on Wamar.
Okay.
Pero parang personal foul lang kay John.
Okay.
So ang nangyari was 2 free throws para kay Wamar dahil dun sa personal foul. Tapos 2 free throws plus ball possession sa Davao.
Pero may dun kasi teammate yun eh.
Pero a lot there are a lot of players who were watching from the out. Yung ibang teams, they were like nipis-nipis na mga tawag pero
yun hindi na.
Pero pwede pala sumapak.
Tama. Kumbaga that's the consistency that Jai is looking for.
Yeah. So diba? Well, I was asking Jai yesterday, sabi niya that was his call kasi kung ineject niya raw si Orlan, he would have to give a technical on John. But I still have to ask him more in depth about his reasoning about it.
And you can upgrade the foul, diba? When you see it sa replay.
You can.
So, kitang-kita sa replay?
Kitang-kita, bro. Kitang-kita. Even us, we saw it sa panel. On our replay. Bro, closed fist talaga.
And I think you can upgrade. You can upgrade from the... maybe that's something Jai will look into. But that's fun, I mean, that's fun. Like, I can't wait for the next San Juan, whether they meet in the semis, probably in the semis, or even in the finals.
Diba? Bro, that would be great talaga.
Kasi 1-2 naman sila, diba? 1-2.
Currently, right now, 1-2.
Yun. So, probably in the finals. I mean, if AICC doesn't have anything to say about it, maybe in the finals, we'll see another Davao versus San Juan. But, yeah, man, PhilBasket is really, starting to pick up. It's in full gear already, full blast already, tuloy-tuloy na. So that's something we're looking forward to. But brother, the biggest news yesterday, unbelievable, man.
Oh yeah.
Right after we recorded. Right after. Kakasabi lang natin, imposible. Ang ganda ng nilaro ni Arwind sa Bob. Bro.
Oh shit.
Bro, that was low key, man. Like wala ako masabi nung lumabas yung balita. Like, ang dami kong nakausap, ang dami nag-message sa akin. Actually, may message ko si Ate Yvette. Siyempre, ayoko muna i-message si Kuya Arwind kasi siyempre medyo it's right. I'm sure marami din naman talaga nag-message sa akin. So, dinaan ko kay Ate Yvette.
Yeah.
We just, kumbaga nag-reach out lang kay Ate Yvette, kami ni CK. And then, yun. And, iba bro. Okay. We'll start with, I don't see it as, it's the same technically with JV. But this is no hate on JV or no disrespect, please. Don't take this as disrespect towards JV. But JV's game, you could see that it was declining.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying JV isn't I see na nagte-training si JV sa True Focus ngayon. I feel like this coming conference with Blackwater, JV is gonna ball out. But he didn't have a great bubble. JV.
Yeah. I mean, facts naman yan.
Oh,
facts
so
naman yan.
there was a sentimental, kumbaga, it was painful emotionally, like seeing JV get traded away from Alaska kasi alam natin yung history ni JV doon. With Arwind, bro, hindi ko talaga makita kung bakit.
Yun nga eh.
Hindi ko talaga makita.
Because we were already explaining it yesterday nung hinihimay natin which team he should go to. And we thought that Magnolia talaga was the best fit. Because if you're gonna trade Arwind away from San Miguel, like what happened nga, bro, ang ganda ka na kasi ng synergy nila on offense. You have Mo and Junmar taking care of the interior. Tapos si Arwind sa perimeter na lang, diba?
Bro, ito okay. Again, this is no disrespect to Vic. Vic is a stud. Vic is Vic is perfect when it comes to like isolation, scoring, post up, face up. Kaya nga okay siya dun sa Northport.
Yes.
Because that's what they need. Now, people, I understand Arwind is older. People are saying kasi now SMB is younger with Vic. But let's face it, Arwind doesn't get injured.
Yeah,
or Arwind doesn't miss a lot of games. Okay. Now, I understand Arwind is older. But, tanggalin muna natin yung age. Kasi hindi rin naman mukhang 40 si Arwind eh.
Hindi, bro.
Hindi mo naman mararamdaman 40 si Arwind, bro. So, sige, Father Time is undefeated. At some point, his game will decline. His athleticism will decline. But it doesn't look like it's gonna happen within this year or next year. Or the following year. Kasi talagang condition pa eh. Now, I understand Vic is a stud. But people, we're talking about San Miguel. We're talking about Terence Romeo, Alex Cabagnot, Marshall Lassiter, CJ Perez, Junmar Fajardo, Mawala Tautua, Von Pesumal, Chris Ross. Arwind is the perfect glue guy.
Yes.
Arwind, kumbaga, makes everything. Kasi lahat yan gusto skumor eh. Sa totoo lang, brother dun sa team na yon, baka si Chris Ross lang ang hindi gusto skumor.
Oh, bro. Tama
si Chris,
yan. Sobrang tama yan.
Well, of course, Mo and Junmar, rebound yung mga yan. Pero suscore din yung dalawa.
Yes.
Kahit si Mo, pare, pwede mong puntahan sa posting ngayon. Puta, didiskarte si Junmar din. So, sino ba talaga sa SMB lineup na talagang yung core nila, yung 8? Sino ang hindi score ang inaatupag doon? Pare, Chris Ross lang. Chris Ross and Arwind Santos.
And the problem pa here is Vic Manuel hasn't really been playing well.
Injured kasi.
Yun nga.
Injured kasi.
So he's been in and out of the game, 'di ba? So syempre, he wants to bounce back. So how
okay siya sana sa Northport.
'Di ba? So how will he do that? Yeah. He wants to put up numbers.
Tama.
Pucha, paano siya magpo-put up ng numbers diyan sa San Miguel, 'di ba?
Again, this is what you're saying. May nag-comment sa post natin sa Shoot First na hindi naman na daw ganyan si Vic kasi yung pinost natin was Alaska highlights. But I don't believe that. Vic was still killing dun sa unang bubble.
Oh yeah.
Itong huling bubble, injured si Vic. So we can't really count that. A healthy Vic Manuel is, bro, top 5 big man in the league. Top 5. For sure. A healthy Vic Manuel. Now, sure. Hindi yun yung point eh. Ang point ko is, with a team like San Miguel, you need a glue guy. May glue guy ka sa labas, which is Chris Ross. Sino yung glue guy mo sa loob? Pare si Arwind yung 13 points per game, mga kaibigan. 13 points per game, walang isolation, walang pilit, hinihintay lang niyang dumiskarte yung teammates niya. He will be the last option, to be honest. Arwind Santos is fine being the last option. Rebounding, depensa. I still don't understand. Like, I love Vic Manuel. Vic Manuel adds another weapon to San Miguel. But that's the thing. San Miguel doesn't need another weapon.
That's true.
They have a lot of weapons. They need someone who will complement everything. And also, Arwind's range is farther than Vic's.
Exactly.
Arwind goes all the way to the 3.
Yes.
Arwind ay Vic perimeter.
Oo.
So, I
Yun
still
nga
don't.
diba, you have another post player. Vic likes to play in the post also.
Oo,
Hindi
pare.
naman pwede tatambay-tambay lang siya sa labas, bro, diba?
Isipin mo, pare, poposte si Vic. Yung kakampi niyang big man, si Mo. Nasa ilalim din.
Diba?
Sino ba to? Si Junmar, nasa ilalim din. So, kasi si
Sikip
Arwind,
yan,
pare, pag pumoste si Junmar, si Arwind nasa 3 points, pare.
Oh, bro.
Maabang-abang yan ng 3 points ng kick out. So, I just don't want people to think that we're saying Vic or Arwind. We're not saying may mas magaling.
Hindi.
Fit.
Yeah, the fit.
Yung
Exactly.
fit, pare. Like, may point naman kayo eh. Vic is younger. Vic is a more reliable. Kumbaga, score talagang bibigyan mo ng bola. So, score si Vic. Si Arwin naman, I think, hindi naman ever naging strength ni Arwin yung bigyan mo si Arwin. Didiskarte yan. He was always a complementary player na superstar. Yeah. Even naman when he was with FEU.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't, pare, pipick siya, roll siya,
he didn't need the basketball in his hands to dominate.
He was never an isolation guy.
Never.
Vic talagang bibigyan mo.
Oh, yeah.
So, no one is better. We're not saying, this is like when Sean and Vic was that trade. We never said mas magaling yung isa. No. All of them are great players. But, for a San Miguel team, bro, Arwind, pare.
Not a good move talaga. Not a good move.
I feel like it's not over yet. But
yeah.
If you think about it, bro, tingnan mo, nawalan ka na ng glue guy. This is no disrespect to Vic, nawalan ka na ng glue guy. Nasaktan yung buong fan base mo. Nasaktan yung buong fan base, bro. Kasi, pare, Death 5,
wala na.
Like, I thought retirement was gonna break up the Death 5. Like, that was the only thing that was gonna break up the Death 5. Retirement. Like, I understand dumarating na yung mga bata. Terence, CJ, Moala, Tautua. But the original Death 5, we all thought, lang ang mga doon, retirement. Hindi trade or injury maybe, pero hindi trade. So, nasaktan yung buong fan base ng San Miguel. Not just San Miguel's fan base, all basketball players. Kasi 12 years, bro, in a San Miguel jersey. Petron, San Miguel. Like, iba, bro. Iba yung tama, Arwind Santos.
Heartbreaking.
Even, at saka maraming haters si Arwin,
Oh,
natin, maraming haters si Arwin. Kasi si Arwin is very nangaasar. People perceive him as mayabang when he is the farthest thing from mayabang. He's just playful, malakas mang-asar. Sometimes hindi niya alam, lalo na ngayon medyo woke na mga tao eh. So medyo minsan yung asar niya pang early 2000s eh. So medyo hindi nakatanggap-tanggap ngayon, 'di ba? So pero if you think about it, pare, masakit sa lahat ng basketball player. Basketball fanatic. Bro. Can you imagine Arwind Santos in a different jersey?
I cannot, bro. I cannot.
Naka-trade,
Ever
bro.
since he moved to San Miguel from Air 21, really thought he was gonna retire there. Tsaka kasi, I thought that San Miguel getting younger guys like CJ Perez, Mo Tautua, Terence Romeo, I thought that gradually they were already
hinihintayin nyo lang mag-retire.
Akala ko passing of the torch na kumbaga eh.
Tama. Pero trade.
Hindi.
As in,
talaga
like, okay, I understand. Pinapasok mo na yung mga bata, hinihintay na natin yung Def 5. Tumatanda na yan, inevitable. Slowly, isa-isang magre-retire yan. The same way as yung James Yap, Pingris, di ba? Slowly, isa-isa. Actually, yun din, trade din yun eh. So, trade din yun eh. Pero di ba, yun yung gusto mo eh, yung slowly aalis na yung mga yan. Mark Cagiwa, nandun pa din. JJ Helterbrand, nag-retire. So, ganun yung ine-expect natin dun sa Death 5. And I know that Arwin is the eldest dun sa Death 5. So Arwin, I don't want to say he would be the first to retire kasi sobrang condition pa. Pero age-wise, you would think Arwin will be the first dun sa Death 5, di ba? So, iba bro eh. So, hindi ko makita yung off the court, lugi ka because of what Arwin brings experience-wise, leadership-wise, yung familiarity niya sa team niya, statwa na siya sa SMB. So off the court, medyo lugi ka because a lot of your fans are devastated na nawala si Arwind. On the court, I don't wanna say lugi kasi nga magaling si Vic eh. Hindi lugi eh. Ano yung, we just need to find the term na, hindi bagay.
Hindi siya bagay. He doesn't fit.
Or maybe, sige, ayaw din natin pangunahan na hindi fit si Vic kasi balay naman natin kung mapapagana. Hindi rin natin mapagana. But, hindi rin naman hindi fit si Arwind.
Yun nga eh.
So I don't know why you would get rid of him, pare.
Exactly. Why fix what's not broken?
Masama loob ni Arwind. Masama loob ni Arwind. He was told, hindi naman niya nagulat si Arwind. I mean, meron namang kahit papaano tinimbrehan naman nila si Arwind. Pero syempre, you can't blame Arwind. Medyo masakit talaga yun for
bro.
him. Diba? And I was in Twitter kanina lang actually to, and then I could see yung mga likes ni Arwind. Nilalike niya yung mga bakit si Arwind yung tinrade. So kita mo na alam mo naman ano na ngayon yun, di ba? Yung likes, nakikita na ngayon. Sa NBA, ganyan, di ba? Pag may player na nag-like ng tweet na sinasabi na i-trade nyo na siya, may meaning eh. So meron din mga nilalike si Arwind na bakit si Arwind pa, ganyan. So, hirap bro, hindi ko talaga makita eh. Hindi ko makita, pare.
I really don't understand.
From also how we know Vic Manuel's game, hindi ko makita paano siya fit.
Okay, we talked about how Vic Manuel doesn't fit with San Miguel. How about Arwind with Northport?
Ako, pare, alam mo kung ba't tayo akong sagutin? Hindi ko sasagutin. Kasi naniniwala ako hindi pa tapos. This is the same. Ina-analyze natin yung Vic to Northport. Ina-analyze natin yun eh. Tapos, hindi rin naman. Kasi hindi tapos eh. Pare, laugh trip. Nandun pa si Vic sa meeting sa Northport yesterday morning. Brad, nakakatawa yung yung isang sa group chat ng Northport. May naglabas eh, si Bollis Life ata na page. Kaka-welcome pa lang kay Vic sa Viber group ng Northport. As in, sina Robert, sina Kevin, sina Sydney. And then the next, Kuya, sige, salamat sa 5 oras. Parang gano'n. Salamat sa 5 oras tsaka swab test. Sabi ni, kasi nag-swab ata eh. Tapos biglang after nun na-trade na siya. So,
tangina.
Well talaga. So, with Arwind, feeling ko hindi pa tapos.
I feel like it's not the end also.
Pero pare, ito I'll let you know. Arwind is the perfect glue guy. So I don't see Arwind being able to carry a Northport team. I don't see Arwind being a superstar na, gets me sinasabi ko. Superstar si Arwind. Ayoko na naman di mag-gets ng tao eh. Pero like, he's best when he isn't the superstar.
Yes, kasi he always stars in his role.
Oo, he's at his best if he's not the first option.
Yes.
Yung makakasupalpal siya, makakadepensa siya, makaka-opensa. So, yun yung sinasabi ko guys. Hindi ko sinasabi. So, okay sa Northport, I'm sure he will have more touches. I'm sure, again, he's the last MVP before Junmar.
Yes.
So, I'm sure he will have a lot of touches, a lot of scoring opportunities. I'm sure gagawa siya. But he wants championships. Arwind doesn't give a fuck anymore about stats. I want championships. I want bonuses. So, ito ito na lang tingnan mo bro. I'm sure di pa tapos to. Hindi matatapos ang career ni Arwind Santos after everything he's done for the SMC group. I don't think they're gonna, because if they do put him in Northport and that's where his career will end, medyo disrespectful yun. Okay, so I believe babalik pa yan sa isang main team. Baka nga hindi na San Miguel kasi nandun na si Vic Manuel. But bro, Calvin, Arwind, Ian.
Oh!
Pare.
Wow!
Like, let's just cut to the chase. Kahapon, si Vic ang sinasabi natin. Calvin, Vic, Ian. Okay, sige, hindi gumana. Pare, hindi malayo dun yung Calvin, Arwind, Ian.
Now that is a great combo.
Bro, can you imagine Ian being the guy na sa ilalim po poste? Tapos yung 4 niya, which used to be Jackson Corpus and Rafi Rivas maybe, or Aris Junicio. No one could hit the 3 ball as consistent as Arwind Santos, pare.
That's right.
So can you imagine, bro, Arwind? Yung 4 mo, Arwind. So si Calvin din, pare, may space. Kasi, puta, pag kick out mo kay Arwind. Diba? So, masakit na nawala si Arwind sa SMB. Or, LA Tenorio, Scotty Thompson, Japet, Arwind.
Okay, so now that is a good fit because Arwind can definitely play in the triangle.
Bro, Arwind is I like what we said. Arwind is the ultimate glue guy. If there is anyone that you can squeeze into an overloaded lineup or a loaded lineup, wag naman overloaded, but a loaded lineup, someone you can squeeze in and talagang make everything better right away, it's Arwind Santos.
Definitely. I super agree with that. I could have been even more I could have been even happier if it was Arwind who went to Ginebra instead of Stan Hardinger.
Para iba yung Arwind, bro. Iba yung
I feel like they could have been really better.
Can you imagine nga, no? Kunyari lang, let's just say Stan Hardinger. Wala. Japet 5, Arwind 4.
Bro, ganda nun.
Tapos, press mo si Scotty. Tapos, Pringle, LA. Tapos, pare, makikita natin si Arwind under coach team.
Bro. Wow.
Okay, it hurts na nawala siya sa SMB. But now that we have to move on. I'm sure Arwind also is moving on. So, tayo, we have to move on. Now, if it happens that he ends up in Magnolia or Ginebra, bro, ang saya nun. Pare, Pampanga front court yun.
Oh, bro, Japet tsaka Arwind.
No. Sa Magnolia. Pampanga front court yun, pare. Calvin, Ian, Arwind. Bro,
mabubuo na naman yung pinatulog.
Tapos, pare, yung bad boy image ng dinagdagan mo ng Arwind. Isa pa si Arwind sa mga malakas mang asar. Bro. So, ikaw, what would you rather see? An Arwind Santos in a front court alongside Calvin and Ian, or Arwind Santos under coach team? And finally we will see. I don't know if they were teammates before, pero I don't remember naman. Pick and roll, LA Tenorio, Arwind Santos.
You know, it's gonna be nice to see Arwind in a Magnolia jersey playing alongside Calvin and Ian. Kasi maangas yun eh. Sobrang angas yun. Coach Chito, di ba?
Only Arwind!
But if there is an opportunity for Arwind to end up in Ginebra under the tutelage of one of the best coaches in Philippine basketball, then I would love to see Arwind in Ginebra. Because we don't know how much longer Tim Cone is gonna stay in the PBA.
The same as Arwind. Arwind.
Exactly.
Maybe 3 to 5 years.
Exactly. So it's gonna be nice to see them work together and establish and maybe achieve great things together.
Yeah. We assume that one of these scenarios will happen. It may not be this coming conference. Baka may remember, Alex Cabagnot played a couple of conferences for Global Ports bago siya bumalik ng SMB. Remember, that happened. So it can happen. Arwind can play a couple of conferences or maybe just one conference with Northport. But, aminin man natin o hindi, ang target ngayon ng buong SMC group is Coach Chot and TNT. So if you want a shot, if you want to dethrone TNT, you have to focus on your 3 main teams. Okay? Now, Arwind Santos can make the other 2 teams better right away. So if they want to dethrone TNT this conference, okay, inaayos ninyo yung SMB, nilagyan nyo ng Vic Manuel. Pag nilagay nyo si Arwind sa Ginebra or sa Magnolia, bro, that's a legitimate threat.
Sobra.
Bro. Ikaw, ano mas gusto mo? So, mas gusto mo Ginebra?
Ginebra ako.
Ginebra din ako. Pero pare,
Ginebra.
Isipin mo naman yung...
Pero angas nga rin. Angas rin ng Magnolia.
Abueva, Arwind Santos, pare. Ian Sanggalang. Holy! Tapos, FEU reunion. I mean, di sila nag-abot. Pero like, Mark Baroka, Arwind Santos, Gio Halalon. Oh my gosh, man. I just don't want him to. I don't want Arwind to stay in Northport. I just don't see Arwind as kailangan nga ni Bolik ng katulong eh.
Yun nga and that's why Vic Manuel would have been the perfect fit talaga.
And when I say katulong, I mean someone who can be like, bigay mo yung bola.
Yes.
Ikaw naman
give me the ball, I'll score.
Makakatulong si Arwind, no doubt.
Definitely.
But like people who understand, you get what I'm saying. Like, Bolik needs someone na sa'yo yung bola.
Yeah, because I don't nga understand eh. Kasi they traded Sean Anthony away for someone who can score.
Tapos ganun din yung kinuha mo. Tama.
Labo, di ba?
Tama. Sean Anthony is in the mold of an Arwind. We're not saying they have the same game. But we're saying Sean and Arwind are the type na relax. Gagawa sila ng hindi sila yung bibigyan mo ng bola tapos bahala na silang dumiskarte. Hindi sila yung ganung type of player. But they will produce day in, day out. So pareho yung Sean tsaka yung Arwind. Kaya ka nga nag-Vic kasi pwede mong puntahan anytime you want, di ba? So yeah, so I don't see Arwind being a good fit with. Again, Arwind is the ultimate glue guy. So Arwind will be perfect for loaded teams. So hopefully nga hindi na mag-one conference si Arwind doon because one conference in Northport is one conference you take away again from Arwind, which is yung age nga niya, you're getting up there. So the sooner you put him in a winning situation, the sooner you could win. Kasi pare tumatanda si Arwind, hindi naman bata yan na like si CJ Perez, nag-ilang years sa Kia. Kumbaga, bata pa eh. Nagpapahinog eh. Si Arwind hindi naman ganun. Magalagay mo na kagad sa i-maximize mo na habang nandiyan pa. Di ba? So,
tama.
Arwind. So sige, we'll see where he ends up at. But if he does end up or when he does end up in the other two teams, then I can sleep well at night. Kasi,
so I think we can expect some news in the coming 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, they're like the way ginulat tayo kahapon ng Arwind for Vic. I'm sure one way or another magugulat ulit tayo. Because I really don't see the SMC group just throwing away Arwind Santos.
Oh bro, yeah. Because like you said kanina, stat 1 na siya sa SMB.
But the thing is, pare, ginawa nila kay Danny Ay eh.
Actually.
Ginawa pa nila kay James Yap.
Pati kay Danny Siegel.
Pero pare, Danny Siegel and Danny Ay, if I'm not mistaken, nagde-decline na yung laro nila nun.
Oo.
Tama ba?
I
don't wanna say because I don't know it. Hindi ko alam yung facts.
Tama.
Pero hindi na sila the same. Si Arwind pare, rejuvenated nung huling bubble eh.
Oo bro eh. I mean, he put up great numbers in a supporter. Actually, one of the most consistent players that SMB had last conference.
13-7. 13-7.
Diba? At 40?
At 40, hindi mo siya primary. Like, pang ilang option ba siya dun sa opensa sa totoo lang?
Bro, parang last niya.
Last siya pare. Every time he's on the floor, he is the least person that you would think na hihingi ng bola at didiskarte. No, he's just waiting for his opportunity. Again, the ultimate glue guy and the perfect guy to mix with stars. So, we'll see what happens. The story ain't over, guys. The story ain't over. We're gonna talk more about this development with Arwind, diba? Titingnan natin kung where he will end up. But at the end of the day, man, I don't see him in Northport longer than we think. I don't see him staying in Northport.
Yeah. But yeah. Same.
Yeah, but
I don't think this is the end.
We'll see what happens. Guys, please catch Phil Basket as usual. Mamaya yan. Then the PBA, abang-abang tayo ng mga news there. Alright?
November 28 daw eh.
November 28, yung first game. Tsaka close circuit, dito na. Ang alam ko sa Pasig.
That's gonna be great to the players.
So baka pwede na manood pa ilan-ilan daw. But yeah, for sure, I'm gonna catch a couple of games. For sure. Tawang-tawa nga ako, minessage ko pa si Poy. Sabi ko kay Poy, Poy, alam mo na pag may game, ganyan. Sabi ni Poy, ikaw, kala mo, may connection ka din naman sa lahat ng ibang team. Sabi ko nga, no? Anong wala na-realize. Di ko, si Poy kasi lang yung naisip ko right off the bat. Sabi ko, nga, no? At each team naman pala may matitext tayo. But yeah, we'll see what happens and exciting stuff ahead, especially in the basketball world. All right? So, thank you very much again for all the support. Please follow us on all socials. The name is Mikee Reyes.
This has been Javi Palanya.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love, and we'll see you very, very soon.